Hi there, I'm Rose Jacobs and you're watching Kalkine TV live from Sydney. This is the Stocks in Action show. In today's show, we'll take a look at the latest updates from telecom company Macquarie Telecom, clinical stage biopharmaceutical company Dimerix, and also Sealink, a tourism and transport service provider. We'll cover Afterpay, a buy now, pay later giant, and also mineral discoverer Renascor. We'll be looking at the results during their respective financial year, dividends distributed and their latest updates. Lastly, we'll take a quick glance at developments across the ASX 200. So stay tuned, plenty coming up. Firstly, shares of Macquarie Telecom were down on Wednesday after the company announced its results for the full year ended 30 June 21, which is in line with guidance. The company registered full year revenue of $285.1 million, an increase of 7% compared to $266.2 million in the financial year 2020. The company's earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation and amortisation stood at $73.8 million, up 13% from the prior year. Total operating cash flows stood at $45.3 million. Macquarie Telecom has decided to increase investment in cybersecurity, people technology to benefit from the increasing demand for business and government to uplift their security defences. Moving on, Dimerix is a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company. Dimerix shares were trading up as the company shared that it had now started Action 3. This is the Phase 3 clinical study in patients with a rare kidney disease that affects the filtering of the kidney. The company stated that the first ethics submission had already been filed in Australia. Dimerix shared that around 167 sites in up to 18 countries across North America, South America, Europe, the United Kingdom and the Asia Pacific regions are all likely to take part in this study. Australia and New Zealand are being cited as the first countries planning to initiate this patient recruitment across 5 sites collectively, and other countries following shortly thereafter. The Phase 3 study is titled Angiotensin II, or Action 3 for short. This is a final multi-centre randomised double-blind placebo-controlled study of the efficacy and safety of DMX 200 in patients with the kidney disease who are receiving a stable dose of an angiotensin II receptor blocker. Once the ARB dose is stable, patients aged 18 to 75 will be randomised to receive either DMX 200, which is a 120 milligram capsule twice daily, or the placebo. Next in news, we're covering Sealink, a tourism and transport service provider. Shares of Sealink were trading flat on Wednesday after the company shared its financial year 2021 results. It has an underlying net profit after tax of $74.7 million, up 152.6% on the prior year, with total revenue of $1.17 billion. It has delivered solid gross operating cash flow, strengthening the asset base and balance sheet. The company's margin growth is from operational efficiency, procurement and service changes. Sealink has demonstrated the resilience of its operations and quality of its contracted earnings base in the face of an unprecedented global disruption. The company has delivered on its objectives in a safe and responsible manner, whilst positioning the group to capitalise on opportunities as they arise. And now it's time for a short break, but do stay tuned and I'll be back with more trending updates for the Australian market.
Hi, I'm Sage, and get ready to take the crypto ride with me on Kalkine TV. Watch the Crypto Buzz every Tuesday and join the excitement at Kalkine TV. From Bitcoins to NFTs to Dogecoin and DeFi, we have updates about everything around these digital currencies. Understand the investing rationale and the risks involved in the space with me, Sage, on Crypto Buzz. Keep watching Kalkine TV.
Welcome back. I'm Rose Jacobs, your host live from Kalkine Studio. You're watching the Stocks in Action show. Next news covers Afterpay, which is a buy now, pay later giant. Shares of Afterpay were trading down on Wednesday after the company announced its full year results to 30th of June 2021. The company shared that it has continued to grow globally during financial year 21 and strong operating performance has recorded across all regions. It had an underlying sale of $21.1 billion, a 90% increase on the prior corresponding period. On a constant currency basis, the group delivered a 102% increase in financial year 21, underlying sales on the prior corresponding period to $22.4 billion. Active customers during financial year 21 grew to 16.2 million, an increase of 63% against 9.9 million on 30th of June 2020. Last news to be discussed in this session covers Renascor Resources. Shares of the mineral discoverer are trading up on Wednesday after the company entered into a non-binding strategic cooperation and offtake memorandum of understanding with South Korean conglomerate POSCO. The memorandum of understanding is for the purchase of 20,000 to 30,000 tonnes per annum of purified spherical graphite. The material will come from its planned battery anode material operation in South Australia. MOU also provides for a potential equity investment by POSCO in Renascor. POSCO is the largest anode manufacturer outside of China. It is one of the world's largest suppliers of steel and lithium-ion battery material. In addition, it is the largest single private customer of Australian exports. Recently, POSCO has been actively pursuing battery minerals exposure in Australia. It wants to establish a value chain for battery materials by the year 2030. Renascor currently proposed stage 1 purified spherical graphite production capacity of approximately 30,000 tonnes per annum. Now, before wrapping up, let's quickly glimpse through the developments across equity and commodity markets. We'll start first with the ASX 200 performance. The S&P ASX 200 is up today, gaining 36.3 points or 0.48%. WiseTech Global is up 29.25%, while HUB24 is up 8.06%. 6 of 11 sectors are higher, along with the S&P ASX 200 index. Materials is the best performing sector, while telecommunications services is today's worst performing sector in the morning. All right then, that's all for now. Stay tuned with Kalkine TV for more live market updates. We'll be back with more news on markets, the economy and diverse themes and sector.